All right. We got a lot of action going on in the crazy way. I've actually flattened all my positions. Still, well, in cash now. And we have to see if this low is going to hold. It's 98.30 on the SPY for the weekly. We got to 90. Wait, what was it? The low was 92.35. We got to 92.36. So this candle, again, we still have the continued lower highs. Is testing this what we would hope would be a pivot. Testing that from a higher low from this area. Again, breaks this one, then we know that we're starting to see the trend come in jeopardy. Okay, we see the higher lows, and again, this is Thursday. We gotta see what happens tomorrow. We're on energy and what happens if it pops it back up, makes a similar candle to this, or if it rips it back down and then takes out this previous pivot, and then we know, okay, might have a trend change going on here. We got to be very, very careful. Again, the weekly, this was I was not expecting this at all. We didn't get the follow through that we wanted. Of course, it gapped down and really ran down, and you can see it from the bars. This is pretty much where we opened. We gapped down from this close and closed near the low, down about, on the Dow about 334, on the Nasdaq down about 2%, which we'll look at now. We can see this is price action has been very, very violent. We see these big bars, and we have a lot of gap ups, gap downs, gap ups, gap up, down, gap down. It's a lot of action. There's a lot of volatility going on right here, and that's no, you're just like, listen, that's Captain Obvious shit. But again, this means that, if you don't know where you're gonna go, you kind of just stand down, let them figure it out, and then we'll play it accordingly. Again, I still want to see if they could break down, make a higher low, and then flush down. But right now, it's still above, especially on the QQQ, still above this prior pivot, and you can see it from here as well. Again, the low is 95.97. It came close to it, but it still has not violated yet. So tomorrow is going to be a day where we can kind of say, okay, if it pops up, it could be another squeeze. But again, on the daily, it's been a little crazy because it's churning down, which we always talk about. So we got to see where it goes. Diamond, as you can see, this one is currently on the weekly. You can see it's below this. What we were trying to see would be a pivot to buy. And again, the lower highs are still in place. If you're playing the weekly, the retracements from the previous pivot is pretty deep so far. So we're a little bit above that, below that 62% fib retracement level from the previous swing. So we just have to see how it's going to play out and go from there. So tomorrow's another day, and again, to have 270 up and then 330 to the downside is a lot of movement. We just want to see, draw a simple trend line here. We want to see how this is going to break. And I know some people are sticklers, like, oh, it needs to hit the top. Well, you kind of get the picture, so just calm down a little bit. We'll see where it goes from there. Again, I'm not looking to buy a break here. I'm looking for a break and then bounce up on lighter volume than that to short. Okay, I don't just get the break, because then it takes. So if you're going to use the proper pivot to get the break, then you're going to have to do your pivot up here, or at least up here if it breaks down below, if you're looking to go short. Again, we're in no man's land, so I would just be very cautious regarding that. I don't want to make this video long. We talked about this yesterday, and I said the IWM is still not in a safe place, and we didn't get the follow through, at least break above this, these lines. Again, if you got stuck in, you got stopped out, you should be close to getting stopped out as well. So don't be a hero. Apple actually was up today, which was kind of cool. GoPro just showing some strength as well, just kind of sideways, not showing much. Facebook still churning. I mean, this has been churning. You can see this is not really a trend right now, so we don't know where that's going to go. The stuff that I was looking at, I spoke about Aetna and stuff for the short. I thought it got stopped out. I might would have not got stopped out because my stop would have been up here. But again, it's you see that it's churning now. It's coming back into previous lows versus it coming here. I mean, yes, this has been perfect short right here, but again, it's violent. So we got to see how it's going. The volume's not really telling me much currently. So we just have to see. And again, we've reached the fib level of what, 62%. So if you're aggressive, you know, your stop is below there. But again, with the index action, as volatile as it is, it might be just on some stand down stuff. Of course, there's going to be always the ass that is going to say, I bought it here, I shorted here, I shorted here, I bought it here, and I shorted here, and I made a gazillion amount of money. Okay, good. You want to follow that guy? I'm not going to be that guy. And I suggest you not follow that guy because, one, you're going to feel like, you know, you're an inferior trader when most of the time they're just lying their ass off. Price lines continuing to the downside. I mean, you could look at this. I don't, you know, this is obvious level that you might see as a target. People might have taken that breakout here, or maybe that breakout here. I don't trade breakouts, but it is what it is. Tesla as well. I think that'll be the last name. We kind of got to see what's going on. Again, the stop would be for me. You know, I would raise it from getting in here to probably here, and if it starts, you know, it'd probably be either break even or for a small loss. Again, this price action is very crazy. I didn't want to make this one long because yesterday I think it was so long it took like overnight to upload, which was really corny. So hopefully this gets done soon. And again, trade them well, and if you feel like, listen, this is hairy, just stay in cash, cash the position. Take care.